So in today's video, we're talking about the breed types and then the breed selection procedure. And like I said, before making a particular breed your choice, you have to consider the specific requirements of your target market, such as their preferences for meat. And you also assess the growth rate and then the feed efficiency of each breed that will determine your suitability for production objectives. And also, you should also evaluate the breed's adaptability to your farming environment, very critical. And then that includes the climate and then available resources, such as the feed available. So you consider the breed's disease resistance level as well as the overall health to minimize the risk and ensure that your farm is very sustainable in the long run. And having analyzed the specific breeds and the preferences of your target customers, now is the time to also assess the potential profitability of the kind of breed you want to go in for. So now let's look at the common breeds we have available here. So the most popular ones are the Duroc, the Landrace, the Yorkshire, Berkshire, and the Hampshire, Python, and then the Tamworth. The type of breed you choose also depends on you, the farmer, your farming goals, the target markets, and other factors. So now let's look at each of them one after the other. The first one to look at is the Duroc. So Duroc pigs are reddish brown with these drooping ears and medium to large size bodies. They are renowned for their exceptional meat and they also result in tender and flavorful pork. So Durocs have this fast growth rate and it is a very good feed converter and that makes it very economical for meat production. They are also known for their friendly and calm nature, and the other side is that they are very expensive. You can't get them at the same price as the other breeds available on the market. So they are very expensive to buy. And you should also know that not all brown colored bags are Durocs. You get to know that as you go on in this video. So the next breed type you have is the Yorkshires. So the Yorkshires are also called the large white. And you should also note how the name is called large white, not white large. So the Yorkshire or large white pig is a worldwide known breed for its exceptional meat quality. And that is even what I have on my farm as I'm talking to you. And then they have this white street coat with erect ears, as you can see in the image here. And then their bodies are always long, and they're also known for their large frame. They have good muscles as well, and they are developing, making them well suited for meat production as well. And they are also able to adapt to various environmental conditions. And they have this docile temperament, which you can even play with them, nothing happens, making them easy to handle and manage them. So I like to work with these large white pigs, and then they produce quality carcass. I must say this one, so with this lean meat, less fat you get from these animals. And one thing is they are also able to convert feed very efficiently. And that is to say, they're able to quickly convert the feed they eat into meat effectively for you, the farmer, so that you also make a lot of profit when you sell them. The next breed is this one, the Hampshire. So the Hampshire pigs have black body with white belt that wraps around their shoulders, like you can see here, their shoulders and then the front legs. So they are medium to large size, just like the Duros, with erect ears as the large white. And the Hampshire pork is well known for its marble and tender, and it's also juicy. And often it is used in crossbreeding programs to enhance the meat quality in commercial production. So we move on to the next type of breed. Just take note of each breed as we go through them. So whenever you see a pig pass, you'll be able to identify. Or when you go to buy one for your farm, you can easily know what you are buying, and you don't have to go and ask another person to. So on our list, the next one is the Berkshire, and then they are also black with white legs, as you are seeing in the video. And then their snout is also white, and they have this distinct white band around their body. They are medium-sized pigs with a short, unturned nose, unlike the other one we look at later, which is the land race. So the Berkshire pork is prized for its rich flavor and juiciness, yes, and then it is also high in marble content. So again, they are known for their friendly temperament, just as the large white and then the Durocs. And there is also ease of managing this kind of breed. So to produce this kind of pig, you need to understand your customers really well and be sure they can afford it. Yes, you have to be sure your customers can afford because they don't really grow very fast. It takes time for them to grow. So you should also consider such that if you are pricing, your customers don't complain. And also know that you are producing for people to buy. So if you finish and nobody is able to afford it, you have no fun over here. And then on the next is the Python. This one is very uncommon in Ghana here, but I don't know where you are watching from. So they have a unique black and white spots. These patterns with erect ears, and then they are also muscular and have a high percentage of meat, lean meat. So they are also often used in crossbreeding to improve the meat yield in commercial production. So you take note of the breeds that are suitable for crossbreeding programs. So they also have a reputation for being more challenging to handle due to their excitable temperament. So the thing is, they are not all that easy to manage. Once you try to drag them to the left, they will rather want to go the right. So you end up dragging with them, and in the process, you might even get injured alongside with it. So when you're working with these patterns, you have to take note of it and then ensure that you put on this protective clothing yourself to protect yourself. And this is what we have had here commonly, and it is the land race. Yes, you can see it. And these guys, like, they live by the mantra. I like to call them see no evil, talk no evil. Okay, so they are the guys with their ears covering their eyes. And then the land race space, they have this long white bodies with slightly dished face. Okay, and then they are also large. The ears are very, very floppy, like you can see in the image here. And they are known for their excellent maternal instinct, and they also have this large litter sizes. So piglets born by these are blessed. Land raised pigs have a high milk production. That is why they are good mothers, making them ideal for raising piglets. So in fact, they are even scared of losing a piglet, and often they are used in crossbreeding programs to improve their litter and mother ability in commercial farms. So a cross between land-raised mother and any of the fast-growing ones with good carcass quality, I always say it is equal to more money in your bank. So the next one, very uh, we don't often talk about this one, is the tam wolf, and then they are ginger to red. They have this ginger to red coats, and they are long. So look at them, where else you will confuse them for local breeds. They are not local. Okay, they are also exotic. They also have this kind of erect ears, and they have a good meat to fat ratio. That is more muscles, less fat you get from these animals. And then the pork from this breed is very flavorful. You cook it and then like you whole compound, people get to pick up the aroma everywhere. And they are an unknown and ancient breed, as I said, and they are known for their hardness and then foraging abilities. With this, they are very suitable for extensive system where they graze and then they forage around. So how can we also tell the difference between breeds? Sometimes there are cross breeds that you are not able to see, and then we confuse them for pure breeds. So to tell a particular breed these days is very challenging and confusing as well due to genetic enhancement. So identifying a cross breed of pigs can be a bit more challenging, like I said, because they exhibit features of both about two or three different breeds, which makes it very difficult for you to identify. However, there are certain visual and physical traits that may suggest a pig is a crossbreed. So you look at some of them shortly. And the first one is the coat color and then the pattern. So crossbreed pigs they often display a mix of colors and patterns inherited from their parents. So for example, if you notice a pig with a combination of black and white patches or spots, it could indicate a crossbreed with a breed like the Python or the Hampshire. And also, one is their body size and shape. So crossbreeds may have this variable size and shape depending on the breeds involved in their crossing. Some may be more compact, whilst others might appear larger and longer. So we should also look for traits like the length of the body, leg size, leg size, and then the overall muscularity. Another feature you can use to distinguish or you can use to identify a crossbreed is the ear. The ears, yes. So we pay attention to the shape and orientation of the pig's ear. So different breeds have distinct ear shapes. Some are erect, some are drooping, and some are semi-drooping. So crossbreeds may have another one I call like taking their nose, for instance. So crossbreeds may also have ears that fall into different characteristics of a pure breed. So if the ears are very confusing to you, you might be dealing with a crossbreed on your farm here. And let's also consider the shape of the nose as another distinct feature to consider. And then the shape of the pig's nose can also provide clues about its crossbreed origin. So some breeds have this short, unturned nose like the Berkshire, whilst others have a long snout and then snout, like you can see in the land breeds. And another, like the last feature we look at in terms of being able to identify a crossbreed, is the growth rate. So crossbred pigs can often have a varying growth rate, which might be faster or slower than the pure breed individuals, depending on the genetic combination. But you should also note that you don't have to confuse undernourishment with crossbreed. So you feed your pigs well, and then if it's a crossbreed, you'll be able to identify. On this, we move on to why farmers even like to do this crossbreeding thing. The obvious reasons are that it allows them to combine these desirable traits they like from different breeds. And then what happens is the resulting crossbreed may be more resilient and better adapted to the environmental conditions available over there. And as they adapt better to the environment, they can also have this improved growth rate, or they might even exhibit beneficial traits such as the improved carcass quality with flavorfulness. So if you want to go into this breed selection, you have to note what you want. If you are producing purely for those who like this organic thing, then going in for the tamwaf is better for you, because they are able to forage using these grasses around, such that you don't have to go and buy this chemically formulated feed. Okay, so you know your customers and then the kind of breed they will like. If the person is looking up to getting a breed that grows very fast, then you know the kind of breed to go in for. If they are looking for a pork that is very flavorful, that one too, you know what to go inside for. So I hope this video helps you.